Hello, hello. This is Motions Biz again, and I am bringing you a video of what I saw today. Something just came on my feed, and I think this is very relevant because it could matter to you or to others who are looking for a credit card that can build your personal credit and trade line without having to incur a hard pull, or it will not affect your credit score. This is pretty much a no credit check credit card, and I'm all for that because it gives a lot of people a lot of opportunity to be able to get a card, without having to base it on their credit score. And it is pretty sad that we are all subject to the guidelines of the credit bureaus, and we are judged according to three numbers that can determine our finances, on how we can conduct business. But unfortunately, at this time, there is really no way around it yet. Hopefully, in the future, there will be some. But now, the onslaught of these fintech companies like the X1 card, who does not pull your credit check but is based on your income, actually qualifies a lot more people. And this is so true with me because I got approved for the X1 card for $29,000 without having to do a credit check. All they had to do was link to my bank account, and they were able to do underwriting based on that. So let me bring you this exciting news, okay? However, before we go there, to my subscribers, over 250 as of today, thank you for growing that little number over there and helping lift this little channel up. I really appreciate that. And the fact that, this is very organic growth and there is no hype. I did not do anything else to kind of, build it up except, share content and what I know. And if it is your first time coming across this channel, I welcome you. I appreciate your time for watching the video, as I know we all are busy, especially on the weekend. But anyway, to my subscribers and you viewers, thank you so much for staying with me. So stay with me, just a little reminder before I expound on this information that may be relevant to you, okay? So stay around, stick around, don't go away. Now, I just want to share my thoughts a little bit on what is going on in the credit world. Now, as we know, fintech companies are cropping up, left and right. And even on the business side, there are a lot of fintech companies who offer credit lines that do not have to pull your credit, no credit check, no PG. And although a lot of them are like, maybe like a net 30 or a net 60 or like a weekly pay, it still makes a big difference as it is bank issued and it can really build your credit. Now, on the personal side, I've been looking for good fintech cards that can help, the girl next door or the boy next door who's trying to build credit, but having a hard time to get approved with, conventional credit cards. And as an example is that one of my credit builder credit cards was Credit One in the past. And my goodness, it took so long to even increase that, $300 credit limit. And I know that there are a lot of folks out there who are going through the same thing. But with these fintech companies, they do not have to check your credit. And there are a lot of you out there that have big income, making very good income every day, better than the ones who are doing a 9-to-5 job because you're smart. And, that's the way to do it, being in business. But unfortunately, sometimes our credit does not meet like lenders' guidelines. So now we still have to grow that 3-number score, okay? So with this fintech cards, it gives a lot of people the opportunity to build credit with higher credit limits and with no credit check And so it can really boost your credit score. And that was one of the reasons why I'm trying to research fintech companies. And how do these fintech companies underwrite you for credit limits? They simply link to your bank account using a platform called Plaid, and it is a view only, read only system where they can look into your account activity, payments, installment payments, income and all that. But it cannot mess with your accounts. It can read it, but that's about it, okay? And this will help determine how much credit limit they're giving you. And this is so true with the X1 card. So now I found out about this company, Blacksteel, okay? Blacksteel card. And the more I looked into it, it's a kind of, I would say, an imitator to the X1 card, okay? But X1 card just blew the roofs, with their credit limits and with the approvals and easy system. So they really spearheaded that system. And I have a feeling that Blacksteel is trying to copy that, I would say, platform because they saw how successful the X1 card was. And at this time, there is still a waiting list. And that is because I know they are still trying to get a lot of signups, interested individuals who would want to sign up for the card. So to kind of do better than what the X1 card did, they are actually doing pre-approvals, okay, online, which did not happen with X1 card. The X1 card waiting list was very organic. So here, Blacksteel, I am sure, is still trying to raise funds and get, I would say a lot of investors, the big names, big company names, especially now that a lot of those very popular and big investors have invested in the X1 card. And so Blacksteel is trying to get a lot more of this, high finance individuals to invest in their company. And that is the reason why they're still not releasing that, because I know they are still trying to build that up, okay? But still, if you can be on that waiting list, it is still worth a chance, because I know that some of you are still on the waiting list with the X1 card. You'll never know, this Blacksteel card might get released a little earlier if they can get a lot of those investors coming in. So here are things I noticed. They tried to make it more attractive, okay? They said that the card is perfect for creators, hustlers, entrepreneurs, and workers. So at the same time, they would actually give you a pre-approval amount if you sign up for the waiting list. And they're also trying to encourage you to sign up more people, okay? Friends that they give you an incentive to actually share this information and pre-qualification. So see, they're really trying to really go big on this one. So they're in that process and getting a lot more signups, okay? And as you can see here, they're trying to do what the X1 card is doing: 5 times higher credit limits versus other cards. And the X1 card also offered that. And you get a premium credit card with no fees, and they're there to help you grow your wealth, not take it. And they're saying that it's all rewards, no fees, and it's the next gen smart card, mobile friendly smart card with next gen features, built for life on the go. Now, as far as their rewards, I don't know yet, how they're going to do that. Because with the X1 card, you can only redeem points with their partners, okay, partner vendors in companies. And there is no clear revelation yet, of how you can use your points with the Blacksteel card. So I have to, keep up with that and see what's going on. But anyway, they pride themselves with that, and they said you can easily manage your card with a mobile app, but that's pretty common with a lot of credit cards as well. If you will notice, there is a growing popularity of metal cards being offered left and right. So with the X1 card, that was 17 grams of stainless steel. And now, I think the Blacksteel card's a little heavier, 20 grams of tungsten steel. So they're really trying to kind of, be better from the others. So I don't know, but this cards will be very good to, open doors and stuff. Okay. Now you have a metal card in your hand. Okay. But I guess it's becoming a trend. And what's exciting about this fintech cards is that it really qualifies a lot more people. So if you're one of those looking for a higher trade line with no credit check, this might be your opportunity, okay? And remember, they are still in that development phase. So you'll never know what other programs or offers they might be able to do once they launch, okay? So it's still really worth getting on that wait list, okay? Because as far as other cards that I've seen, I kind of like the Blacksteel, okay? I think there's a lot of opportunity here. And the reason why I'm also into building a personal credit is that when you are new to the business, you will be, I would say, qualified based on your personal credit. So if you can really work on that personal credit, have a high limit trade line, and not having to have a hard inquiry, and you can build from that, just paying off, keeping your utilization down, because if you have a higher credit limit, that, like what they say, it's really going to help your utilization rate, and that improves your credit score, knowing that utilization is pretty significant with our overall credit score, aside from the payments, the on-time payments. So to satisfy my curiosity, I went online and applied for the pre-approval, but it's actually signing up for their waiting list, okay? But they just have this nice feature that they would get you a pre-approval based on the income that you put in, but they do not really link to your bank account yet, okay? So they are not on that phase yet, but I guess they're doing this just to get interest, to get you interested. But when it does come out, I am sure that the pre-approvals will be a lot more, because now and by then they would be able to link to your bank account and really do the underwriting process, okay? So I went on ahead, filled out my information, and they ask for your first name, your last name, your monthly income, and your bank account balance, okay? And there it was. They said I was pre-approved for $1,000, okay? So I did not put the maximum information that I put in there. I just wanted to be on that wait list and see what happens, okay? So it's a pretty much generic pre-approval, and I'm sure they're playing it safe. Because can you imagine if they pre-approve you for large amounts and then launch date comes and it would have to be a lot of money for them to put up just to, keep up with the promised pre-approval. So $1,000 is like, very, very, I would say, affordable and generic and practical for everyone who applies, okay? But give it a try. You might get a pre-approval for more than that amount. And if you do, again, share that on the comment section below, okay? So, just for fun, but get your name in there. So here they're also saying share us with a friend or coworker. You will get early access or become a premium card member. So they give you a unique link that you can share. So it's pretty much like a code with X1, but this one is just for sharing those, pre-approvals. And I am sure that it will help grow their waiting list at the same time. But anyway, you know what? Just a tip, and it's from me. You don't have to listen to me, okay? But it's just my thinking. I signed up with 3 email addresses, okay? So if you do that, you'll never know. One of those email addresses might get you on the waiting list a little earlier. And hey, it's a pre-approval waiting list. Just go for it, okay?